Hey guys, how's it going? It is 9:28 Eastern on November 14th, 2017. I was waiting to see if the dogs are going to settle down, but they're not. What else is new? So, anyways, I'm just going to start because I can't wait any longer. So, I am back. Jeez. I'm into this RTS save. And I had a talk with him tonight. I should have talked to him about it, but he was talking about other things, so I didn't bother. And I was holding a pizza and I wanted to get inside, but should have mentioned a few things. But anyways, enough about that. What is that on, anyways? Oh crap! I just realized it's overhanging. Well, it's not really. It kind of is, but oh, shut up, dogs! So annoy me. Let me just turn the lights on for a minute here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna unfreeze this for a minute. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I got no industries going, so just so I can see what's going on. The lighting's pretty piss poor in there. Alright, so I did bring... I'm looking at what I brought down the other night, what I have to account for. And these were normal tracks, which means by rights I should be able to include it. I don't see why not. I don't know if I did that for all of them, but I'm not worried about the auto rack train so much, although I could add it pretty easily. So, Jesus, shut up. Can't even think straight when that happens, you know? Fortunately, I got this guy out here. So freaking annoying. They don't give up. Like, I understand a little bit of barking, but come on. Give it up. So distracting. Anyways, I guess that's... I got many tracks right here. This always looks weird compared to, like, it doesn't kind of go in that way, and I see that going across there, but that really doesn't go there or something. It just doesn't look like that. No. So, he comes down here. But this guy's supposed to come down that middle track, and it's not there. So how the hell does that work? Hold on a second. I want to see what track that says it is. Well, that ain't right. So that should be coming here. It should have joined into that over here or something. That's just bizarre. Anyways. Alright, so I guess I'll take it. But it's not what I had in mind. So let me take a look at the configurations I do have for, I think it's just for Waycross. I don't know what the hell did I call it, Waycross? I don't even see it. Oh, never mind. I see. B64. And then we got okay, so there we go. R1, R2. Oh wow, I got a ways to go here. So I see what I did. Alright, I just want to make sure I've got what I want. This shouldn't take too long. All I have to do is get the reporting in for... I gotta do it for more than just that. I need to go into my my forwarding yards as well. Get 9, 10, and 13 in because I've started the forwarding process. So I'll start with that one, I guess. I wonder if I can do this with, see if I can... What do they call that again? T10? Excuse me. Okay, T10. Industry tag T10. And Waycross, passenger train Waycross. Edit the tracks. Away we go. So the good thing is I can do it while stuff is in there, which is really cool. I didn't think I could at first. Oh, well. Maybe I can't. That's not good. Alright. Well, I was able to get through it, so that's good. Oh, there is a way of doing it. You just have to not push the buttons if you can. Which is not the easiest thing to do, but you know what I mean? You can't select onto it, but you can do it. Ooh, that goes all the way down here. Oh boy. Well, you know something? It's here, so... Goofy thing is, I don't know where else to put it. Other than the hump lead, but which is kind of weird, but... I'm just going to put it there. I know that's not ideally where I would want to put it, but... I'm just going to add it to it anyways. Just because I want to make sure... How far do I got to go with this thing? Oh boy. This is going to be fun. Well, it ends up there, so that's good. Not ideally what I want to do, but if I can get full coverage of the yard, the better. And I just want to complete it, right? I don't know if you can hear those dogs on here, but they're just friggin' annoying. And I do sleep, believe it or not. I do sleep. It's just when I'm down here trying to do something else, it's like woof, woof, woof. Not always either. Just at these odd little times, especially when I want to go live stream around this time of night. I don't know. One of them, I don't know what it is. I don't want to go that way. I wanted to go this way. Much as I don't want to go that way. Here. There's nothing in it right now, it's just... I don't know if... Would I actually put a train down here? Probably not. Or at least I shouldn't. You never know, right? Oh, I hate putting... See, that's just too much. Forget it. How about I get rid of that one? Hopefully I'm never that stupid to put a track down there. Or a train down there. And if I am, that's my own fault. I mean, the train that I brought in, I wasn't supposed to bring down that either, so... Go figure. Okay. Let's just save him. Because I want to get to the good stuff. Add that industry. Alright. It's alright, it's alright. Okay, so we got R1, R2, right? We already did that. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead. Continue. I'm not worried about the auto rack train at the moment. Let me go right to R3. By rights, I should go to R4 and do that too, because I was actually wanted that the other day, but because I was going to use it, but then I think I cleared it now. I'll do it another time. How about that? That's what I think. Besides, I got reporting to do. I got some calculations to do. Am I in 3? Oh, yes I am. Okay. No, I don't want to freaking get the damn train. That's the problem when you have stuff in there. But it actually did it, so that was kind of cool. Oh, it did it again. At least it does it. That guy's not like some small ass track. Okay, let's go up. I don't know. I wanted to edit the tracks. Oh, there they are. Well, that time it worked. Oh, and I did go past him. Perfect. Right. So R09 is another one. And I'm going to follow that whole lead too. Just make sure I got it all. That's it. Oh, it's right there. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Not worried about the engines. Again, this is all about collecting the data. It'd be nice to see them get some type of reporting system in. Not a big deal because what's nice about it is if they generate the cars to be able to track where they are, and I got a funny feeling they have access to that data. They should have anyways. I wouldn't... Did that crash on me? I thought it did. Wow. Sure froze up, that's for sure. That's gonna take a while. Yeah. Ugh. Maybe I should have got that one out of there. Stop it. I'll delete it in a minute. Yep, as long as I remember to get rid of the track later. Or not save, I should say, as long as I remember to save it later, or not save it later, is the term I was trying to say. So he ended just before the curve, which is exactly where I want to end it. He wasn't supposed to go that far, but he did, so that was fine. So I'll save, add the industry there, save that. Yeah, R12 I'm not worried about, that's just where the engines are. F13, well, let's start with 9 first. Oh, that's interesting. I was surprised to see that. Okay. Doesn't have the identifiers in there. Okay, the one forwarding I don't care about, and that's the auto rack train. I could put it in there, but I don't care at the moment. I might as well, I suppose, but it really doesn't matter. No, I'm not going to. So I guess then we're dealing with F09? Must be. I'll assume so. Based on the track, I don't know, based on something. Excuse me. I don't know. Gotta be. I would, well, it doesn't have to be, it just, it would make sense to me. Well, let's see where the other ones are. Yeah, he's in the 13, so that makes sense. Okay. Called F09 then. Oops. $9:46. Already losing time tonight. So you notice, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's very quiet suddenly. Just something disturbs. Just go. But now it's nice and peaceful. I don't know if there's an order to this or not. Or if or if it's the order I put it in, or if it's just the order it goes in. Hopefully it's the order it goes in. That would make it a hell of a lot easier. I believe this is F13. Yep. This will be the last one I put in for tonight. Then I can get down to the good stuff after I unsave it. I forgot to... I don't know why I did that. Do that again. I meant to copy and paste that. So that went there. Okay. Delete that. I'm going to put those back in a minute. Just want to make sure I'm okay. Yeah, I know I did that. I need to do that. I definitely did not mean to do that. Alright. I'm pretty sure it was F13, yeah. Okay. Oops. If you ever click one, you just click it on again and it just clicks for you. No big deal. You just get it right back. Got recertified today for my, did it again, my forklift license. Okay, so that's another 3 years. Did that this morning. Wake up about a half an hour earlier. Wasn't like I was already awake or anything. Okay, so I'm gonna load the world. I gotta be careful. I don't want to save overwrite. I want to load. That's not how I want to do it. Yeah. I don't like how that did that. Let's try that again. So now, I'm going to go back in. This time I'm going to go right through to RTS. Launch it. It should go back to the time we had it. That's better. Okay. So now it's going to do its thing. It's me on some train somewhere. Okay. So now, when I go in, that's not what I wanted. When I go in to Waycross, I see the hump bowl tracks. R09's at the top for some reason, but that's fine. I don't care. Oh, that's because it. That's interesting. Maybe I'll change that. Oh, I do have an F09, so I don't know. Should I put it R03? No, I'm gonna make that 9. I'm not too sure why I did that. Were they all like that? Oh, they are. Okay, I'm gonna change that then. I'm gonna change that in a heartbeat. Okay. We can't have that. So, let me see. see, what? Starting again. Take them long. Okay, that's fine. So, what I'm doing now is I'm changing the name. So that it says RO2. Okay. Because that's how it says it in the thing, so I want to keep it uniform. Now, right now it's not alphabetical, but that's okay. I think it'll sort itself later. If it doesn't, I don't care. I don't know what T10 is. F09, F13. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. New industries, import industries. No, I don't want to do that. What do I want to do? Maybe I wanted to go there. Industry configuration? No. I think it's generate car report, but I'm not sure. And why did everything go back? I don't like that. It's like everything went back to where it was. See what I mean? That's not right. I don't know if you see what I'm talking about, but that's fine. Maybe it is right. No, see, R3. R3, R2, and all those other ones. Those industry names are not right. Let me go back in one more time. I'll go to main menu first and see if it launches from that. So that one's right. Okay, well, what the hell? Do I have to go right back out of it? 1, 2, and 3 doesn't like it. Okay, let me try Exit Simulator. See if that works. I don't like that. Because I updated the industry configuration. It should, maybe I have to load the simulator again. I thought I had to just load the route, but let's see. For all I know, those stupid ass dogs could be barking at me because I'm talking. Who knows? Yeah, now it's working. So I had to come out and had to go in and go out again. It still shows RO9 at the top, but you know, it is what it is. I don't care. I'm not sure why it does that. Where is T10? Oh, T10 is the one we did. Where is T10? Forgot about that. I didn't know what T10 was. I forgot that that was another one of the receiving tracks that we haven't sorted yet. So when I generate the car report, it's written. Now I can exit the simulation because we're done with that. Everything else now comes into here. So the industry car report, which is what I think that is, should go to File, Import. Now I'm going to have to upload the file, the more recent one. You see these right there. This is the industry car report, not the industry configuration, but the industry car report. Industry car report. So upload. I have to find it now. Recent places. Well, that's not very recent. Okay. I must have reset something. Oh, shut up. I don't even know what the hell they're barking at. I really don't. It's not like we have that many people walking in this neighborhood. A cat goes by or something? Not like they haven't seen cats. Let's see. Well, I'm in the wrong spot. Or I gotta go into E. Think. Where am I? Sides in Dog Hill. RTS Beta. Did I keep it on C? I was crazy enough to do that? I don't know why I was crazy enough to do it, but I was. I gotta get it off of C too. It's like I don't want it on C. I got no more room in C. But that's okay. I'll find something else to take off of C and put it somewhere else or uninstall it. So where do I go now? I always forget. Content. I would say roots. Yes, regions. Blah, yeah. Southeast. There it is. So again, this is the industry car report, and we want to import this in. So replace current sheet. Detect automatically. Now I had something in there that said this is a test. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. All I'm really concerned about here. Now I could be doing a lot of various things, I guess. Actually, I may go into the simulator now that I think about it. Car type is an interesting thing. So I'm just gonna. It doesn't matter if I do this here. As far as I know, all the car types are pretty much the same length and storage capacity. I could be wrong on that one. If I am, no big deal. What I'm going to do is first and foremost, I want to create a table so that I can get the actual lengths. I did want to, at least for the bowl, measure that. Now I've already kind of did an estimated measure, and I'm okay with that. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about doing the precise measure. Perhaps at some point, Run8 Depot will do it. I doubt it, just because there's 64 tracks. It's a lot. And honestly, I don't think they have a reason to do it. Yeah, they're more about switching, if anything. They're not going to worry about the lengths of the hump tracks. They're just going to say trim it when it needs trimming. I'm the type of person that's going to want to plan it. I'm going to want to be able to have a game plan before I go in. And this is the difficulty that I encountered last night. Because there was darkness and very little lighting, I had a difficult time trying to ascertain what was in my yard. I couldn't do what I had in the daylight where I had a visual, and even though I did have a lot of the report, I had all the reporting, I couldn't ascertain what that meant and, you know, how much that really did mean and what I had coming up. So what I want to do, I will go back into the simulator. I'm just going to go right into a, yeah, I can close this up for now. I want to go in, and I don't care where I go. It's going to be an extra board. And we'll just go into anything. I don't care. Manor's fine. I don't care where it is. Perfect. So we're deciding at Manor. Ever wonder where Manor siding is? That's the Thomasville sub siding at the very end of the track. So, nope, that's the one. So, when we're looking at freight cars, we have the various ones, I guess. I want to place the train. So that's a 93 footer. I was just curious about something. I'm just trying a few things. That's 93. Yeah, that's 93 too. Okay. Doesn't say the load though, does it? Shows you the HPT, but it doesn't say random delete copy. Okay. So right away I can pretty much ascertain that the auto racks, even the tri-levels, are probably going to be all 93, right? So this is what I'm going to do. And I probably can do this on 2 screens pretty easily now. So, or 2 tabs, I should say. So in here, I'm going to insert, well, I'll just put it here. How about that? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, that thing's so temperamental. Yeah, I'll put it right before the hump. And I will rename this. I'm just going to rename it Cars. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. What the hell? That ain't it. That is the hump. Yeah. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Okay. Now, I don't want to rename it, huh? I had it right the first time. Yeah, I think those dogs are barking at me now. I'm I am almost certain their hearing is so freaking good that when nobody's home, they start. I can't explain it any other way. So where's my auto rack tag? I would think I have auto rack cards, but I don't see one. Sure, I have one. Or is this gonna make a liar out of me? Well, there's one way of doing that. Okay, well, whatever. So, I'll just call it auto rack for now. I'll call it type. I'll make it nice and simple with that. Goodbye. And just like that, and we're going to keep on going with the various types, even though there was nothing for that one. I don't know if the ballast hopper, I'm pretty sure I have some. Yeah, I do. So it's called ballast hopper. Again, I want to make sure that there's not a difference between the various ones. So, oh, I see. There's an empty status weight. Oh, I see. Now I can see the loaded status weight. I get it now. Okay. Hold on a second. I want to go back to that. So 50 and 90, delete. I put a bunch of them in there. No. Not what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, oh, I can clear the whole thing. Isn't that nice? So 50 and 90. That won't take too long. Yeah, I think everything's going to be the same. Try levels. Oh, crap. See? This is where it gets interesting. So the try levels are just a little bit heavier when they're empty. Isn't the length different too? Hold on a second. No, maybe not. 93 length. Yeah, see, this is one of those where it does change, and I was afraid that that may happen. So if it's off a little bit, there's nothing I'm not going to worry about it. So even though we do have differences, I'm gonna keep that in there. So I had, what did I have, a ballast hopper? Yep. So I have different types of ballast. And total feet it's 43. Then I have a empty weight of 31, a loaded weight of 132. And then when I go with the 2003, it switches over to a length of 39. I'm gonna put both of these in here. 25, 112. I'm gonna go with a 43 for now. Clear that. Just curious if these have a difference. No, they don't. Yeah, because they're a different type of car altogether. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna assume those are. Yeah, those are all the same. So I'm gonna go with that one, just because it's a higher number. Process of elimination, I guess. Boxcars are going to be another fun one, unfortunately. Because the FMC boxcars, I don't think... Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, the FMC boxcars ain't going to make a difference. They're going to just be called boxcar. Now, I could go really anal and go by car IDs and check the first few digits and blah, 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 blah. It does not have to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfection here. And I don't want to waste too much time on all the various possibilities. So, boxcar, got a 54 footer with 37 and 143. I'll take a look at the FMCs. I'm sure there's a little bit smaller. Really? See, they're a little bit lighter actually. But still, I'm gonna go with the heavier ones. I think something. Oh yeah, I gotta go over this way. I'm used to going the other way. It's a 2-bay covered hopper, the C14s. That is just a covered hopper. Okay. Thought I was losing it for a minute. C14s are all the same, I believe. So we got covered hopper and 2-bay covered hopper. And unfortunately, this alone may take most of the night, but we'll get there. So the covered hopper has a length of 60 feet with an empty status of 31 with 143 on its load. Oh, I forgot the 2-bay covered hopper. Here, let me do that one first. Oh, those ones are going to be different too. How about a center beam? Center beam flat car is what it's called. I'm going to start copying these so that I make sure I put them in right. Thanks for Ski for giving me this tip too. I was trying to figure out a quick and easy way to do this, and he mentioned, oh yeah, try the EMU. He mentioned this about a couple weeks back, and then I never got around to it. Oh, isn't that interesting? The center beam and the covered hopper are the same? Empty weight and load. Wow, that's a little surprising. Sounds a little convenient if you ask me, but anyways. Let me just check that again. Okay. I'll go with it. Okay, the two bays are going to be interesting too. Oh man, starting to yawny. Rail unit length is 41 with an empty 28,132 load. I'll try that one. Yeah, that was going to change now, but we're going to get into different types now. 2970, for example. That's the same. All right. What about the Trinities? $26 with a loaded weight of 143. I may switch it up to that one. Only because the loaded weight is more. And, well, hold on a second. No, I'd rather go with, no, it doesn't matter. Actually, no, the weight, it doesn't matter. I'm more concerned about the feet anyway, so let me just go with it. We got the rock hoppers too. What the hell are those? I don't even know. Ooh. There's the ballast hopper. Have I even done that yet? I thought I did. VSC. Oh, those are coal hoppers or something. Hold on. Oh, gondola, tank car, refrigerator car. Let me go with the gondola, tank car. Okay, so the gondola, or the gondola. Oh, I see. There's all kinds of different gondolas too. All right, well, start with that one. 70 feet? Huh. I think they were that long, but okay. My averages might be a little off here. I think I had 50 as an average, and that's starting to not look so hot. Well, yeah, whatever. 36, 132. I think I assumed 50, but I don't know if I think I counted them as if they were the average car length, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, those those GSCs are 57. I don't even know what those are. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get into all kinds of goofiness. I don't know what those are. GSCs. Well. Oh, they're huge. Well, there's one way of finding out. Really? Did I do something wrong? Hold on. Okay, whoa. Hold on. What did I do? I can't even get it now. Just for that one? That particular car, the Mopac. Holy crap. I didn't know there was a difference between those so much. Now, RTS, what they used to do is we did it by a car-by-car basis, but wow. I didn't think it was that big. Okay. What about, what do we got? The trend and the THR. We'll clear that. 50. Now we're back into 57s. So we're taking an extra 13 out of the Liberties there. I'd rather go with the longer one just in case. The Trinities are, yeah, they're about the same too, but that's okay. I'm not worried about the pigs. The reefers, I'm going to take a look at what we got. Tank cars are there's gonna be the shorties. I'm gonna go with the bigger ones, of course. The reefers, I see 72. Oh, what the hell? 82, 50, 143. Ooh. Okay. That brings it down a bit. A little bit smaller. That brings it down to the 63-footer range. At some point, I'm gonna get anal with this and just go with it. But for now, well, we're close to it, but 82 was the biggest one. Unfortunately, it's one of the smaller ones, but I'm not going to worry about the well cars. And then, of course, the tank cars, we're going to get into all kinds of wonderful... well, we got the acid car. I think that's... I forgot about that one. Oops. 36. It's 10:28 already. So we'll start with 49, 36, and 132. We'll see where we go with there. Of course, the acid uses the same as those guys, but then we get into the 107s. I think it's the 107s which are the bigger ones. Getting into the 59s. I'll go with those for now, just because those are the maximum they could be. And I think that's it. Don't quote me on that one, but we're going to try it anyways. Now, what's that? Let me get that out of there. So, what happens here, a lot of different ways you can do it. When this is imported, it automatically overwrites. We've already we tested that just very recently. However, for the most part, it does have a trying to think. I got to be careful on this one now. Oh. There's a lot of filters that I can use. The problem with filters is they take a lot. And there is going to be a hell of a lot of filters going on. Because we have a whole lot of tracks. And once the industries start getting loaded up, I mean, right now I could say filter the whole damn thing, and I probably could. But because of what has to be filtered in, now I could go this, and I wish it would duplicate. If it duplicated, that would eliminate all of this. Because then if those fields duplicated, but unfortunately they don't. They tell you how many cars are in Waycross right now, which is 1,108, with a total weight of tiny. This is the actual weight too. It doesn't do me any good as far as the way it's set up, because I need Waycross to duplicate. And unfortunately, I don't know the best way to get that part in. And when like I said before, as soon as I overwrite that, boom, it's gone. I can copy and paste formulas and do all kinds of crazy stuff or filter. Actually, now that I think about it, hold on a second here. That that could actually, that's what I'm going to do. That right there, that just basically did it for me. See, sometimes thinking out loud does huge wonders. All right. So there's the filter. A2 to B155. I can't filter it on anything other than bringing the data over. I just can't. In fact, I may not even have to filter it. There's so many filters that I could be doing right now. Let me see here. I can try and get a range. That might work. But for now, let's just do a raw filter. And actually, let me go to the Sheets help and the filter command, because I want to see what the optional parameters are for it. Greater than 5. All right, hold on a second. True, true, false, true. What the hell is that? Okay. Condition 1, condition. Okay, so there is a condition 1. Column of rows containing true or false values corresponding to the first column or row of ranges. Condition 2 is optional. Additional rows or columns containing Boolean values. True or false indicated where the corresponding row or column in the range should pass through filter. Can also contain area formula expressions. I'll have to see about that. Condition arguments must have exactly the same length as range. Yep. Notes. Filter can only be used to filter rows or columns at one time. In order to filter both rows and columns, use the return value of one filter function as a range in another. If filter also finds no values which satisfy the provided conditions, NA will be returned. All right. Fair enough. So these are that's okay. All right, I think I'm okay. So what I'm going to do is over here, I am going to I'm going to put the filtered car report exactly like that. Then I'm going to filter the industry car report. Let's see how I can. Oh boy. Ah, okay. That's okay. That's okay too. I'm all right with that. Could try unique, but see what's happening there is it's just basically doesn't give it. It's not giving a. What's going on here? Excuse me. I don't need that anymore tonight. 11:40 p.m. Jesus, Murphy. All right. So, for wish I could do an or. I probably can. Hmm. I'm gonna have that into there. D3. I think that's what I want to do. Is equal to or greater than. I don't know. A? That didn't work as good as I was hoping. Oh, I got. Oh, okay. I gotta do that one. Gotcha. For that. Bingo. All right. So to do the same out, okay, it did. So now what's happened here is I can plug this data into here every time, and I will get the same information here, which is what I want. From here, I can now auto filter. At least I think I can. But just in case, see what I mean? I take that out. Now, this is where everything starts to, when you can start playing around with the auto filters, okay? Suddenly, things start coming into play. I can't play with the auto filters because this is the raw data import. But the filtered car report will allow me to massage the data. Now I have to do a lookup function for this. So in order to get the size of the car in feet, what I have to do is I have to go with lookup. F2. Man, this thing's gonna really be calculated. I think it's lookup. I always get this confused. Nope, wrong one. And this is the way my memory works. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that ain't me. Foo. Search key. Shut up. Through a sorted row of columns. Holy shit. Anytime I want to think. But I don't go to bed that early. Oh, I see. Okay. Look up there. I think I can do that. Hold on a second. Think. Don't quote me on that one. I want this. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. Relax, hold on. think that'll do it. Was that my refrigerator car? I can't remember. Yes, it was. Okay, just like that. So now I have to change, I think I have to anchor that. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I gotta anchor that in. I don't want to anchor. I want to anchor that in and that in, that in, and that in. But on this side, I don't want to anchor the B. I want that to be able to drift. Just the 1 and 10. And I'll show you why when I get down to it. So this is going to take me all the way down to wherever the hell we are. And I'll probably have to expand it later. The not applicables I'll deal with later. So now, when I look at that, hold on. We're pretty close now. So I'm gonna go ahead with I'm gonna go ahead with WT for weight, or I can do WGT because it's gonna be big enough. Or, well, it doesn't really matter because by the time it gets to the bottom, it's going to expand quite a bit, actually, I think. Don't quote me on that, but we'll see how it, whoops. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go with that for now. So, now, shoot. Do I want to make my life simpler and just copy the empty and loaded weight and then put a hidden field, which I could? Or do I want to just try to do a complex formula? Actually, you know something? I'm not even worried about the weight tonight. Not yet. I'm going to deal with feed instead. So here's where everything, pardon me, starts to get interesting. I may be able to change that so the filter shows it. 100% sure if I can, I will. But just to give you an example, if I was to put industry car or industry name, I wanted to see what was in R09. No, this would actually change around. We in green sorter. Now there's a lot more filtering. It's gonna get a lot more. Oh, how would you say? I could treat it like a worksheet if I really wanted to, and forego the auto filter for now if I wanted to. There's a lot of possibilities here because all that is filter data. I've already done the main filter. Now it's not really much of a filter because all I'm doing is copying the data over the raw. I'm allowing myself to continue. Problem is, as soon as I import something else, it all changes, which is okay because I can do a lot of other interesting things if I decide to. I can put all kinds of filters in, for example. Like I'm trying to think of an example here. Like I want to get into the car capacity and the various there's so much. This is huge amount of data. Destination, for example. It doesn't look so important looking at it from this way because pretty much everything's sorted, and I can go through that and see, well, that's for 753, 772. I can see this one here, you know, Detroit, Chicago, Evansville, Indiana, Indianapolis, I should say, Cincinnati, Nashville. I could then go so far as pulling up the hump, which ideally this is what I really want to do, is bring it up here, even though a lot of this stuff is just wacko nuts. If I filter that to where I think I'm going, in theory, I could do this for every single track. In theory. I can make a filter statement out of the industry car report that would give me updated destination information for various locations. Hump, how much room I have, capacity, can I hump it, all kinds of different things. The fact that I have this information right now is the start of the gold mine, because now I can look into it and say, all right, I mean, the information's there. It's kind of information overload at the moment because it really doesn't tell me too much. The hump tells me a little bit more only because I did a car capacity. What that means is totally an estimate at this point. But if I was to continue, some of these are whacked out. I don't even know that. But I think I have too much on here. I just want to make sure, because I don't want to get this too crazy. That's nice and simple. Just to save myself some space, I'm going to do those columns. And delete these rows because, you know, go all the way down to, wow. I was going to go that far. Because I don't need all that. Are you kidding me? Do that, did I? Aw, man. I had it and then I lost it. I'll delete. Okay, I have the whole control. Gotcha. Let's try it one more time. I'm getting better. Never use this. Perfect. Time is at 11:01. Okay. The wheels are turning. I'm telling you, the wheels are turning. Because there's so much right now that's going through my head. I know it's there. It's going to be freaking crazy. But I already have the this is the outline right here for it. This is it. So Hmm. Not too worried about the calls or the ×3. Um, the zone's okay. Well, that's not the end of the world either. Once we get into... Well, the zone, the alt's okay, but once we get into ACs and whatever else that crap is... I don't even know what the hell that's on the side. Oh, that's the old one. Okay. I think that's the way I used to have something. Um, so then what I want to get into after that, this is fine. The calls, I don't really need that. I'll go with the zone. I'll even go with the alt zone. After that, I don't know what the hell that is, but I don't need it. Okay. And I don't buy some of these tags. Some of them I don't. Oh, Homestead Local. Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Hmm. I'd love to be able to do it for every, to put a tab for every one, and I probably could. And ultimately, maybe I should. Just trying to figure out if I can filter anything else. I gotta filter it out of here, though. But I don't want to filter it. I want to sum it. All right. So how do I do that? Best way to do that is to see SUMIF command. That's it right there. So let's see if we can do this right. So, I'm gonna go total capacity feet, and I'm going to do a formula first and foremost of B2. I'm going to times it. I really want to go with something different. Let me try 60 for now. I'm going to take a look at the cars here. Yeah, I'm going to go with 60. I know there's some into the 40s, you know, the 43s, but most of them fall, like the tank cars, refrigerator cars, I mean, you name it, it's up there. I mean, I know the box car is a little bit shorter, but I would say overall, and I'm not too worried about the auto rack, but overall, I think we're looking at 60. So by doing that, what I'm doing is I'm putting a total capacity that I estimate for each and every one of the hump tracks. Now, I already... I don't know what that is. Okay. Whatever. So total capacity. Now this is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna start with 4 just because I know I have it. I gotta be careful here how I want to do this. Well, no, I don't. Okay, that's fine. I can do this. Equals sum if... Let's do this. No, I didn't want to do that. Let's make it more generic. Equals sum if A5 I don't know if I have to even do a range. Do I have to do a range? I'm just putting an oddball number here. I thought I had BO4s. I do. Okay, so that's not working just yet. I'll get it to work though. Okay, so maybe I have to back off on the numbers or what's in here. I'll go with 1609 for now. We'll try that. Could be because the range is out, or it could be because my formula is wrong. No, doesn't like it. So for A5, it goes into filtered car report D 2 to 1609. Now let's try this again. The range which is tested against criteria. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Right, oh, okay, gotcha. Alright, let's try that again. I think I know that now. So A5. Wow. Does that work? I'm gonna try 8,000 just to see if that still works. Okay, that looks awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll anchor both of them. Well, that worked out awesome. I probably didn't want to anchor both of them now that I see that, but anyways. Let's go with that. I'm going to get rid of, yeah. Okay. So now it gets, this becomes very useful as far as like available. Now all I have to do is take a simple formula like this and V2 minus H2. You know, right away I can see what's supposedly, you know, not in the greatest shape, although I thought these were getting a little bit low. It says 660. I don't know, something. Wait a minute, hold on a sec. I know I have some tracks here that are not in the greatest shape. 504, that could be. So I could go further and do a percentage, or I can go even further and take a look at what I have in the receiving yard. Now I haven't even touched the departure yard yet, but I will. So in the receiving yard, not worried about capacity of the receiving yard. That's fine. Where, you know, the cars are there now. What I'm curious about is, what do I have in each of the various tracks? So R01, R02, R03, R09, T10, I guess. So I can just keep on going here. In fact, I can I can go R01, R02, R03. I'll start with R01. Yeah. I want to make sure. So for this one, I'm going to copy this over. And this isn't gonna make any sense at the moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to anchor it to J1. I'm actually not going to anchor everything to J. I'll go with J, anchor 1, and you'll see why in a minute. Right now it's anchored to that top row, as in 1. 1 is anchored, because we want to do that. Now, that's not what don't worry about that. In the filtered car report, I am looking for R01, which is in D, so that's good. But that doesn't sound right at all. It's in D, where it's equal to J1 here. But it gives me J? That doesn't sound right. No. I don't buy that at all. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not... No. Something ain't right there. Okay, so I got R1. I got the footage. That's not what I want. So I want two things. I want it where it's not only do I want it where it's H1 in D, I think this is going to require a different command. I think it's some if yeah, some ifs or something like that. I've never used that one. I don't think I've ever used that. So let me just see this one more time. It's 11:23. I don't care. I'm on a freaking roll here. Sleep be damned. Come on, baby. Fail me now. Okay, fine, fine. Go here. I'll do some if for a minute first. Well, that's wildcards. That's not it. Use multiple criteria. Use the database function, dsum. Okay, what's some ifs? I saw that. What's that? Well, that's not the database criteria. Some range, criteria range 1. I'll take it. So range, the criteria range 1, the criterion. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay. So let me try this again. Let me just keep it rolling. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. I'm going to have to change the tag around to match that perfectly. Like it is literally going to have to match that perfectly. But I'm going to deal with this first. So what I'm going with the C2. I think. Yes. So this isn't going to work right at the very beginning, unfortunately. Because I have to get that into H. Not only do I have to get it into H, but I have to match that exactly. You see what I'm saying? Watch what I mean. Yeah, there's no value there. So, in order to get that, and I may have to play around with that. It's not gonna. I'm gonna have to put a if, then the value, and there's array argument to some ifs are of different sizes. They are 2 to 8,000, 2 to 8,000. Hold on. J1, 2 to 8,000. I don't think so. Really? Hold on a second. I'm getting closer, I really am. So, let me just move that down for a second and see if I've done this right. Okay. So I'm checking D. I think the criteria, some range, criteria range 1, criteria. See, this has changed. I don't know why they changed it around, but I think they have. See the sum range, how they swapped it. I don't know why they did that. But okay. So what they've done is they've taken that and they've really screwed me up here. Like they inverted it and then they just kind of threw it in there and said, oh, okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure anyways. If I understand that correctly. Yeah. And I'm not too sure if I'll get any of that to match just because... No, I didn't. Alright. So now, here's how it works. The tag actually is going to become the actual... in fact, do I want to... do I want to put a wildcard in there? No. Alright then, what do I want to put in there? I could. But I'm not 100% sure if I want to. Let me try A766 for B09 and see what happens. 66 for B09. No, I already tried that. And it didn't like it. Because it put that there. Unless of course, I don't think so. If I have A766 star, check C. It is, but it's being absolutely it's basically it's insisting upon that, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. If I look at something else, like Buffalo, New York, for example, I believe it goes F sub buff. So if I go like that, and I go like that, it isn't working though. Now the question is, because I believe I have Buffaloes and Clevelands in there, maybe not. Hold on. Hold on. I have them in T10. So, where do I have them? 1, 2, 3, 9, T10. T10. Okay, now let's see if we can get this. First of all, let me just copy this and see what this looks like. Don't like that. That's gotta anchor. Oh wait. Hold on. Gotta think of that one for a second. J1. The C2, I want it to anchor on to C, not the 2. That's right. Everything else should be the same. Yes. Go. Well, here goes nothing. I just want to see if the Buffaloes are coming in. Because if the Buffaloes are coming in now, and they're not. Jeez. I thought for sure. So that isn't working. So it's checking. Something ain't right. It's like it. What exactly is it spitting out? Because that's what I'm curious now. What is it supposed to be spitting out? It's searching for... Hold on a second. Well, something... I'm doing something wrong. I'm close, but I'm still doing something wrong. And I really want to get this to work. So, let me just see if I understand this correctly. The range to be summed. Okay. That doesn't sound right. Okay. No. Okay, this is totally backwards. Ass backwards, I might add. Okay, so that see, everything's kind of ass backwards here. And you know, not applicable. I like that better. Well, let's hold off on that one for a second. Now we got a value issue. Damn it. I need the range to be summed. We're back to that, are we? I'll get it. I know I'm gonna get it. Is what really ticks me off about that is they switched it up between the two formulas. They didn't keep the same standard. They switched it around. So the sum range, and I don't know why it's giving me a hard time with, because I see range. Okay, all right. I'm starting to get it now. Very slowly, I'm starting to get it. I think. Don't quote me on that one, but let's just try. And if I don't get it pretty soon, I'm just going to go to bed because I'm tired. All right, that's better. Still got zeros for that. I didn't expect it for R1. Let's see what happens when I switch it over to the others. Specifically T10. I still don't see anything for Buffalo. Dang it. What is up with you? at some point I called C18. Where I checked D2 to D800, which is probably wrong. And it is. Man. Let's try this. I see what I did wrong there. Hold on. Hold that thought. This formula has literally got me all over the place. It's kind of funny, but okay. Whoa. I think that's right. Hope that's right. I don't know. Try. Whoa! We have some in R01? Really? Now I wonder if wildcards will work. Because if wildcards will work, I'm going to be doing the happy dance. But I won't hold my chicken on that one. Oh, aren't you beautiful? Ha ha ha. I thought, you know, I had, wait a minute, hold on a second. Really? Okay. So this is the power of the system right there. Now, let me see if I can get this thing going really powerful. I want to go back to the industry car report and take a look at some of these yards. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I'll deal with those individual ones. I'm more interested in that one. B09, I want to put 8766 star. If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. We can work around it. 876 star under B09. If I can make it trigger by doing that and hitting return and I get a value. Oh, aren't you sweet? Is that true? There's one car in 3 and there's one car in 10. Oh. That worked too. Although I don't mind doing, this is okay. I don't mind doing that. I can change these all around. Because what'll happen now, watch this. It's what's happening is it's putting the train in front of it. So when I go F sub Toledo, watch, these are all going to start adding up now. Whoops. F sub Detroit. Oh. Awesome. F sub Chicago. F sub Evansville. F sub Indianapolis. Oops. See, let's try that again. This is also going to give me an idea of it's going to start doing patterns for me as well, which I'll start seeing possibly. Not necessarily, because this is a very low level thing of data, if you will. So when looking at this right now, keeping in mind there's a margin of error, but when I see bull track 2728 and it's calling for 400, there's only 492 available, I know that I'm going to have a hard time pumping some of these tracks. Like, for example, if I was to I can do conditional formatting, I can do all kinds of things to try and pinpoint, if you will, how much room I have. But right there, that's going to overflow it. That one I might be able to hump. So I'm looking, and this is where the old matrix of California used to work very similar. See, I can look at R2 now, and I can see for the Fitzgerald sub stuff that everything at this point is going to fit. Now, the reason why R1 isn't is that probably came from, if I was to guess, just by looking at that, I would say it came from Florida. And I can tell, because there's a pattern there. Because it came from Florida, I can probably take a look up there. Not necessarily through that, but I'm not going to go too much further tonight because I'm going to be able to play with this data. I will be able to, basically, I've got all the data now. It won't take me much longer. It's 11:51 Eastern. Like, I can show you right now. It's that simple. It's really that simple. See, they're all popping up. Now, you'll notice that. See that Thomasville sub? You're not going to get another 1 on 10 again. Why is that? Because that's where it came from. It came from the Thomasville sub. It came in from the Thomasville sub, and I put it on I accidentally put it on T10 because I screwed up and didn't get the switch crossover. I wanted to cross over into 1. Otherwise, I didn't know what track to put it on. Track 1 is the only available track, really. Let's do it again. And then you see, you know, the various ones. And okay. So there's a lot of all kinds of things, like Baldwin. That's fine. And as I was saying before, these came from Florida. I could tell by looking at them, because let's see here. Not so much about this one. That one I'm not too sure about. I'm not too sure about R02. It's interesting, because it looked like a Florida candidate. It's saying R1, R2, and R9 all came from that direction. So Got the Nahanta subbed once. That's interesting. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second here. Did I name it differently? I should have noticed that when I was doing it. What the hell call it? Buffalo? Oh, okay. That was Fitzgerald's sub. That's what the hell did I call it? I called it something. Oh, S sub. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. So now I gotta go into change every one of these. Now it's popping up. None of them came from that sub. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like I could put the calls in there. I could put all kinds of things to try and give me what's going on. If Richmond's zeros you. I'll have to double check and make sure I got the tracks. Unless I moved it up to 49, but I don't. Who knows? Then I'll deal with the locals, and I got the zones, the alternates. I gotta there's so much little intricacies, I guess you'd call it, that. But the whole, I mean, you know, to figure out. But now this is the major uh, player, if you will, because all I have to do is conditional format. Anything that I feel is too much for it, or whatever, then I can just say, okay, well, you know, or it's getting too close to it. I can make another conditional color format, like it's within, I don't know, 500 feet. That far. Maybe 250. I don't know. 500 is probably a safe range. So if there's only 492 feet available in Nashville, right away. That's just like saying, okay, well, you got to trim Nashville. Could say 250, and then this one would make it. This one would make it. Those two, forget it. Aren't going to make it. And you can kind of get an idea where it came from, but really it doesn't matter. Once it's in, it doesn't really matter where it came from. What matters is, you know, what do I have to trim next? What also matters is what I have to build next. So that's going to come into play. It's all going to tie in. I'll eventually have the other tracks in here, tie them in, then that'll give you the big picture just like that. So all I have to do is do what I did tonight. I've got the entire picture now for the next session. I have no other trains coming in. I can take a look at this and say, okay, I gotta trim this, I gotta trim this, I gotta do this. I can make notes. It doesn't really matter where I make them. I could put the notes right here for, really doesn't matter. I can put conditional formatting. I can put color codes. I can, however I have to do it, copy, paste, doesn't matter. The data is here. The data doesn't lie. Well, data could lie if I have a typo or something, but everything is within the range that's expected. So if it's going to fit, it's going to tell you it's going to fit by looking at this now. And that was the whole key. And then, what did it take me? It took me a little over 2.5 hours probably at this point to get it this far. But as far as the local industries go, I don't know what else the various ones have here. I think I can go, I believe I can go with that. 778. A774 star. Brunswick. A771 star. 723. A753 star. 772 star. So again, I can keep those. I know some of the local tracks were getting a little tough. Waycross at Jessup, for example. What I can do there is I can go star ace. I don't know if that will work. Seem to be. Huh. Yeah. Nah, I don't know how that one's working. All I've got to do is take a look and see. A768 AEM. Oh, wait a minute. That one. Hmm. That's weird. Telling me that I don't have any other locals in there? Is that what that's saying? Maybe I don't. You know something? I don't. Well, I saw one. That's possible. A799. Okay, so A799. What the hell's that one? See, I got some weird ones in there, but a lot of it's not. A lot of it's not coming up. Okay, whoa. Hang on a second. There we go. Those are just some of the industries that aren't getting called for whatever reason, I guess. Don't know. I'll have to double check again, but okay. So that pretty much tells me right there. Let me see if that works here for a second. No, maybe it doesn't. I'm just gonna go star AEM and then here. Let me A768 AEM A768 Ray A768 GBP 768. I think that works, but just to be on the safe side, 68 Ace star. I don't think I have anything in those anyway. Star MCC, whatever the hell it is. Or, yeah. A789 SFS, A789 SFS. I have anything in those. Well, it says nothing is coming in, but that doesn't mean anything. And then, like I said before, if it's I guess how do I do the format? Hmm. I don't know how to do the conditional format for the same, like evaluating the same row. I may have to look into that. I could try it. Hmm. Ugh, I don't like the. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Actually, let me undo that one. Yeah. That's gonna be a tough one, and honestly, when I look at it, it's going to be kind of like, okay, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at what strikes out to me. Like when I see R1, if I was to want to hump R1, it's got a red flag at Nashville. So then what I can start doing is I can make notes. So if I go to here and I insert one to the right and I call it notes, I can make these as long as whatever. Needs trim before R02, R03. No. R01, R09. I'm even gonna go. I'm even gonna put R10. So now I'm making a judgment based on that, and then all I have to do is go back through the data again, and I can see, you know, what. I can see what would get away with it, what should get away with it, I should say. Pardon me. Oops, I went too far. And there's a lot of formulas that I can add as we're going along. Like for example, if I do hump that, then I can interim available or something like that, and I can add values. You know what I'm saying? Like as I go to hump stuff, I can say that, you know, I humped this one, I did this one, I trimmed that one, and this will update the values. Because if I'm trimming something and then, you know, the sky is kind of the limit. Like right now, that's just telling me there's the next one I have to trim before I can really do too much. Although, in theory, I could go ahead and I could trim 2 and 3, but like there's a lot of potential for calculations, like extended yard analysis. Even though I'm taking the data from before the session or after the session, I can then go in and I can analyze it. And it doesn't take too much. It really doesn't. It took a lot to get the data in here, like to get the formulas in and to have it, you know, look pretty and all that other crap. I don't think I really have to go too much further. I mean, I was going to use the auto filters originally, and then I thought, no, I don't. I'm more of wanting to see the whole picture just like that. And, you know, from there, what I can do later on is I can take a look at the whole picture in regards to not only the hump, but, you know, what's going on with like how many cars are set to go for, you know, outbound traffic. I can transfer it into another tab, really. So there's a lot of potential, I would say. But for now, I'm going to work on the receiving, or work on this part, see if I can get more efficient with knowing what I can hump, and then I can take a look at the trim side, and then decide, not so much the trim side, but the build side. That's when I'm going to get into the tonnage, not just the feet, and I'll get into the tonnage, how much power I need, all that other stuff. So there's a lot more. This is just the beginning. But this is cool. And this is the data that's always going to be re-imported every time. Everything else, if say for example, the filtered car report, not that, this here is going to change based on the new data. Any additional calculated formulas, like what got moved, would have to be erased along with updated notes every time. So, you know, but all this would change because this is all based on the filtered. And the filtered, if I just want to make sure I've got that right, what's different about the filtered? I think there's different about the filtered, to be honest. It's kind of bizarre. There is and there isn't, but it's really, I could probably go, I probably could have gone right out of the industry car report when I look at it now. Actually, sorry, no, wrong. Here's the big difference right there. See that, and then you got the loaded empty, and then that. So the actual feet, the calculation for the feet, and eventually I'm going to put the tonnage in here as well. So that'll all go in. So it had to be filtered first to go through and then analyze every piece of equipment. Then later on I'll put if it's empty, if it's loaded, and then maybe do an if statement. I'll probably do an if statement here as opposed to a complicated formula, but we'll see. It's not that much as far as calculation goes. It's pretty straightforward. It tells you everything that you need to know with what's going on and trying to keep the hump nice and smooth. Like, because before I was just like, especially when it gets dark, you're just like, okay, I can't see a damn thing. You still have to pay attention, but at least now you know. And that's why California, when we used to do it, I had the matrix set up that way so that I knew with RTS, I knew what was coming in. I don't have that benefit now. I don't know what's coming in, but that in a non-24/7 environment doesn't matter, because what matters is what's in the receiving yard now. So if something's coming in, yeah, in theory, you know, if it's a 4-hour session, or, you know, like Ski's doing a 12-hour session, for example, you know, all of a sudden he's doing a 12-hour session. It's like, well, wait a minute. What are you going to do with the stuff that's in between? Then, well, then you have to be a little bit more creative, where you might have to do interim reports or interim data purges, or whatever the hell you want to call them, to update your data. So I mean, it's doable. All you have to do is go in, write, you know, resave the industry configuration and import it in. So it's not a big deal. But we'll see how it goes. Of course, everything is averages. I tried to use the upper side, and the reason why I use the upper lengths is so that there was nothing leaning over. There was no, you know, try to prevent the issues with the broken couplers. If it's getting pretty full, we want to trim it. We don't want to leave it there. And we just want to make sure, basically, that we know what has to be trimmed. So we now know that Nashville needs trimmed before most of this, because Nashville has a lot of traffic coming to it. And the Fitzgerald sub, and well, we'll see how that goes. I mean, or I run that way, and then I'll start combining it. I want to get a zoning system. I see this zone part right here, but I want to get a uh, I've talked about this before. I want to get a form of a it's like a transit zone thing. So I want to know if it's going to Nashville, number one, what could it be bringing along with it that it would set off in blocks prior to, and what would it also potentially forward to? So those are kind of the things that I'm not 100% too sure yet how I want to go about doing that. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. Because not every, I mean, you know, yeah, okay, there's a train that says Buffalo, but we don't have a train that goes to Buffalo. We have trains that go up to, I don't know, Willard, let's say. So they're going to forward all that stuff. We don't have a train that goes to Detroit, but it's going to forward it. Syracuse, well, that's going to be forwarded from, on the others down here, Syracuse is going to be forwarded from Selkirk. Philly might be a block coming to Selkirk. There's a lot of potential to forward or block or whatever. And because I'm opened up and I've basically made the symbols very, very loose, then I can say, okay, well, we could have some stuff for Philly, we could have some stuff for this, and who's to say that this may or may not happen in real life? It most certainly can. I just don't have all the real life data, so because not just that I don't have the real life data, but I don't have the real life ability to go in and do what needs to be done with calling trains on a proper schedule and a proper demand and all that other stuff. It's pretty good, but it ain't perfect. So, anyways, I'm rambling. And when I'm rambling, I can't even think of what the hell I'm saying in the last sentence. That means I'm getting tired, so I'm going to bed. But hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it wasn't boring too much, but that's pretty powerful data. And tomorrow night I will be on at some point, probably earlier the better. I will go in and I will try and work this system, see how it works, see if it works, pretty good. And we got locals overnight to eventually build for the next day. Once the daylight comes, I'm hoping to have some locals set up, and that'll be working on that next week, because I still want to get through one more 24-hour cycle before I feel confident enough to open up to the public. But I want to make sure that I am capable of running every possible local, which a lot of locals. So we'll see. Might have to get Ski's help when he comes back. That's December. See, I want to get it going in December. Man, we're running out of time. I don't know. We'll play it. We'll play it a little at a time and see what happens. Certain locals I'll just keep off limits until I know what the hell's going on with them, or we'll wing it, I guess. Anyways, like I said, I'm rambling, so that's it. That's all saved. That's all for me. So I will see you tomorrow, and we'll actually get to see some trains, and, well, it's going to be a little dark, but you'll get to see some trains in the dark, and get some work done, and hopefully we'll get some rail fanning as well. There's a lot of dispatching going on right now, so it's really exciting to see the unpredictability, I guess, of the schedule. So it's looking pretty cool, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's all for now. We'll see you tomorrow.